and welcome back to Black Dice Gaming. As always, I'm James and we're doing an unboxing here for the Golbin Wolf Riders from the Oathmark range. We're also going to take a look at the blister packs. There are 3 separate champions that you can get to lead these wonderful Wolf Riders into battle. So, without further ado, let's have a look at the Sprues. Actually, we shall look at the box first. That's what we normally do. So you can see the nice box art, as always. 15 models, or you're enough to make 15 models. On the back here, they've gone with the black wolf, but I've seen these done as timber wolves and winter wolves, and there are some really nice effects you can get, especially with the fur that these models have got. A little example of how they go together here. And there we go. So, now we will look at the Sprues. So, here are your wolves. Now, the wolves are numbered. I'm not sure you'll be able to make this out, but there's 1 and 1, so those 2 go together. And then you've got 2 and 2 and 3 and 3, just there. So, there is a set way that they go together. And as you can see, there's a lot of fair detail in here, which is obviously going to work really well with inks and so on. Okay, just turn that around to get a better view. But really nice wolves. Actually, before we move on, I have made one up, so let's just have a look at that. There you go. Now, I just went with part 1 of 1 and 2 of 2. I didn't try mixing them up, but you know, I'm not sure it's how the bodies glue together. It's if they've got the right contacts, that it might work, but I wouldn't risk it. They're probably not going to work any other way. Anyway, that's what a wolf looks like. Looking at the sprue for the soldiers, we've got a selection of hand weapons and bows. So there's 15 models in a box, but there's enough to make them all spearmen, all hand weapons, or all archers, or a crazy combination of whatever you feel suits. And there we go. And then we've got some. This is the the banner, champion's head. This is an oversized sword compared to the rest of them, so I'm guessing that's your sort of champion's sword. We've got some plumes here if you wanted to put plumes on the helmets. Then we'll move on to the torsos. They've all seem to have got some sort of fur attached to them, which gives them a bit of it makes them stand out from the other infantry models. If you saw my unboxing on those, you'll notice that they didn't have fur on them. Shields, very similar, so they're all going to tie in to the infantry units. They're all going to look part of a force. The backs of the torsos here, you can see a bit more detail. Okay, and then moving on to the legs and the heads, there's a selection of helmeted and unhelmeted heads. There's a bald head there as well if you wanted. No hair at all, there's a couple of those. Legs are pretty much all very similar. Pouch and a dagger by the look of it on pretty much every one of them. Nothing different there. The backs are ever so slightly different with what they're wearing, so you maybe correspond that with what's on the torso. And then we've got the spears down at the bottom here. Okay. And there we go. So that's those. Bases. I threw them on the floor last time, but there they are. There's the bases. A couple of examples. So I made the champion. I haven't glued them on. Now, the one thing I do find with these is that sort of to get them in position, you sort of have to have them leaning forward slightly in order to get the glue contact points. I haven't glued them. Maybe I should have done for the video actually, but yeah, so this is the Goblin champion I created with the bigger horned helmet and the bigger sword that I was talking about. That's him just there. And that's him on his wolf. You see how he sort of leans forward? I suppose actually looking at it like this, that actually works. it looks like they are charging into battle just like that. But yeah, that's one of them. I did do a spearman with the view that he was going to sit more upright in the saddle, but or on the wolf, but it didn't quite pan out again because they have to sort of have that leaning forward aspect to them, which does make them look as though they're charging, absolutely, but not always the effect that I'd want. But anyway, so that's those. So looking at the blister packs, we're going to look at the Goblin Wolf Rider Champion 1. And this one, the wolves are the same, so I'm just going to show you the riders. This one's your hand weapon with shield option. Now he seems to be considerably smaller than the infantry champions, and is very, very similar size to the sort of normal plastic champions, normal plastic warriors. Okay, not sure. I sometimes like these metal models to be ever so slightly bigger so that you can sort of tell them apart. So yeah, he obviously looks like the champion because he's much bigger. So this is your spearman, or your double-handed weapon goblin, with a hood. He has got a helmet on as well, so a helmet and a hood. Some chainmail. And again, this time I'll compare him to the actual champion I've made up, so like for like. You see the champion here, the plastic champion, just is bigger, or seems to have a much bigger, imposing look about him. Let's put him on the horse. Yeah, again, the sort of sits quite well on the horse. Okay. And the last but not least, we are looking at Goblin Wolf Rider 3. If I can get it open. This one, another hand-held weapon and spear. Get a good look here. It's a bit shouty, this one, isn't he? Nice cloak there, nice texture in order to get some good effects on that. Again, let's compare him to the champion we made. This one probably has an edge, maybe slightly bigger. Slightly bigger. It's hard to say because I actually do like the plastic champion I've made. Let's get a quick look on a horse there. Definitely looks like, yeah. I mean, yes, I definitely have that model leading my Wolf Riders. Happy with that. Okay, well, that's everything. Sort of sums it up. Actually, let's just do a quick comparison. That's an infantry model against the size of the wolves. If you get the rider on top, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I ain't got enough hands. So there you go. You can see there you got champion, infantry champion with Wolf Rider champion side by side. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Okay, well, unboxing the elves the other week, they made me want to collect an elf army, but now that I've unboxed the goblins, I'm not so sure. Might work on a little bit of both. Alright, well, that wraps it up. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. Please like, subscribe, stick a note in the comments if you'd like me to do something or improve on something, then please do. New channel, just looking for a little bit of subscribers and whatnot. But anyway, take care, and I shall see you in the next one.